Hi there, it's Jen from ModernMedicineLady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is farewell. So last week I walked away from my brick and mortar business that I started over 18 years ago with my former business partner back in 1999. And the truth is that there were things about it that I had outgrown, and there were things where I was feeling just a little scritchy, a little bit like I had just gotten pot bound. But there were so many things about this business that were still serving me, that was still feeding me. The business is literally named Sanctuary, and it has literally been a sanctuary for me. It's been a place that has been incredibly safe. It's been incredibly nurturing. It's been a place where I've had a chance to really grow. And it still is sweet. It still is dear. And so instead of walking away from something that I was like, bye-bye, Felicia, don't let the door hit you in the ass on your way out, I was walking away from something that was sweet and familiar and dear to me. And yet I knew that in order to grow, I was going to have to do this. And I also knew that in order to be able to walk away from this and truly take the blessings of it with me, I wanted to be able to do it with gratitude. I wanted to be able to do it with appreciation. I wanted to be able to do it with acknowledgement of all of the things that I got from it. And one of the things that I have witnessed and noticed, and certainly done myself in the past, is that it's a lot easier to leave something when you can justify it, when you can say, I'm pissed about this, or this is so wrong, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge now. Because in many ways, it's easier to feel anger than it is to feel grief. And I think that as a culture, we tend to leave things from a place of righteous indignation as opposed to sweet farewells, and from a place of that bittersweet, like, I'm sad I'm leaving, and yet I know I have to. And I think that this really affects not only the way we say goodbye to things, but also the way that we move forward. Because when we get pissy and angry and indignant and sort of go, bye, Felicia, about something, then I think what happens is we don't get to take all the blessings with us. We don't get to honor all the gifts. Because as we throw the things we're pissed about on the junk heap, a lot of times all of the gifts that came with it too end up there as well. And while there certainly are situations that are just horrible, and there certainly are situations where the best thing we can do is just get the hell out of Dodge, like, say, a domestic violence situation, there are so many situations where leaving is because it's time, not because there's something wrong. And in those cases, I think knowing how to say farewell, knowing how to honor everything about it and walk away with gratitude, walk away with love and appreciation is so powerful for where we go next. And I've certainly seen the alternative. I've certainly seen people pick fights, find a reason to justify getting out, and sort of skulk away, as opposed to being able to walk away clearly with appreciation and to say goodbye, to hug people, to create closure, and to let it be complete. And I was thinking about how when it comes to ceremony, when it comes to magic, that this is a really essential part of being able to create something, of being able to manifest things. That the fundamental formula of ceremony is that you start by inviting, you start by invoking and asking Spirit to guide and help. And then you sort of say your prayers and you do your thing and you make your offerings and whatever else is involved in that middle part. But then at the end, it is always appropriate to dismiss the helpers, to say hail and farewell, to say thank you for everything you've given me. We're done with this piece of work now, and now we're going to dismiss it so that it can go and grow, so it can become what it needs to become. And I think in many ways that this is true for so many aspects of life. In order for us to move forward and grow, we must let go of the thing that is no longer serving us. And the best way to do this, so that we can carry all the juice, we can carry all the blessings, we can all carry all of the positive legacy that it gave us for however long we were connected to it, that we can say hail and farewell with love, gratitude, and appreciation, as opposed to sort of the way that we often are taught to say goodbye, which is this whole picking fights and getting indignant instead. So my question to you right now is, how are you at goodbyes? How are you at stepping away from something? Do you sense when it's time to move on? And even if it's still sweet, even if things are still good about it, if you know it's time to move on, do you? Or do you have a tendency to wait for things to be sort of a dried out husk of a thing? Do you wait for it to be totally dead before you're ready to walk away from it? And when it's time to move on, when it's time to make changes, do you say farewell? Can you walk away with gratitude and appreciation? Or do you find sometimes that you have to pick a fight or set fire to it or find some reason to justify stepping away from it, where you step away with righteous indignation? And when you leave, do you leave with your head up? Do you leave deliberately and consciously and say goodbye to everybody and acknowledge them? Or do you kind of sneak out and sort of walk away and never quite create that kind of closure? So this is clearly a really big one. There's all kinds of questions in this, and I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this. So please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace, I am wishing you ease, and I am wishing you the grace of departure, the grace of a farewell when it's the right time to do it, that can be filled with appreciation and gratitude and love. So in the meantime, please, if you haven't already done it, go like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady. As a matter of fact, you can look right up above there, and I'm sure, unless this is on YouTube, you can see there. And if you're on YouTube, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. But please, like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady, and if you've already done it, then encourage your friends to do that. And also, I will be eternally grateful for your help to get this video out into the world. Please like it, please share it, and please pass it along to other people who would find it useful. Thank you so much, and until tomorrow.